Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into Carlotta's full kit and gameplay, which has just been revealed. We'll also take a look at which materials she will need, her best echoes, her signature weapon, best teammates, and if she's worth pulling or not. This quick but detailed guide will break everything down step by step, so you can get a clear understanding of how Carlotta works and maximize her potential. Carlotta is a Glacio gunner and serves as a primary skill damage dealer with a unique twist. She can also deal continuous damage and even has two ultimate abilities. Her kit is packed with features, but once you get the hang of it, she becomes a powerhouse on the battlefield. Let's break it all down. Carlotta's playstyle revolves around managing two consumables, crystals and essence, and using her unique debuff called Dissolution. Let's go through each of these mechanics. Crystals are gained through specific actions: performing the second basic attack, using a heavy attack, doing a mid-air attack, activating her first skill, or dodging. When Carlotta has crystals, her basic attacks are automatically converted into enhanced basic attacks, which deal more damage while consuming crystals with each strike. This same mechanic applies to her dodge counter, which consumes one crystal to deal increased damage when activated. Essence is charged by performing specific actions, like using her intro skill or second skill, executing enhanced basic attacks, or landing a dodge counter. Once your essence is full, you can perform a heavy attack to consume both essence and a gilded crystal, a special resource that recharges every 22 seconds. This combination unleashes a powered-up shot, which reduces the cooldown of her skill by 6 seconds and applies the Dissolution debuff. Dissolution is a debuff that makes Carlotta's attacks ignore 18% of the target's death. Specific abilities like her second skill and powered-up shot apply this debuff, significantly increasing her damage output. Now, let's break down Carlotta's skills and how to use them effectively. First skill. This applies the Prismatic effect, which stuns enemies for 1.5 seconds. Follow it up quickly with her second skill for a massive aerial attack. Using the second skill consumes all crystals and deals significant damage. It also applies Dissolution, granting Def Ignore, Invincibility, and Anti-Interruption for aerial attacks for a brief period. Carlotta's Gilded Crystal is an important part of her kit. This resource recharges every 22 seconds and pairs with her essence to unlock a devastating powered-up shot. To maximize this mechanic, charge essence by performing enhanced basic attacks or dodge counters. Wait for your Gilded Crystal to recharge. Use a heavy attack to consume both essence and the Gilded Crystal, releasing the powered-up shot. This shot not only deals massive damage, but also reduces the cooldown of her skills by 6 seconds, making it a critical part of Carlotta's rotation. Let's talk about Carlotta's Resonance Liberation, her ultimate state. When activated, this transforms her into an offensive juggernaut with the following effects. All damage during this state counts as skill damage. Liberation clears all essence stacks, so it's best to spend essence beforehand to avoid wasting it. Carlotta enters her Gunflower Waltz state, unlocking 4 powerful attacks called Death Omen. Each Death Omen attack applies Dissolution to the target, ensuring maximum Def Ignore during this state. Allows Carlotta to dash after each strike, giving you mobility and adaptability in combat. The final 5th attack is called Lethal Finale, a finisher that ends the Gunflower Waltz state with an explosive burst of damage. And that's your guide to Carlotta. She's a high-skill, high-reward character who thrives on precise management of her abilities and quick decision-making. If you're willing to put in the time to master her, she can dish out insane amounts of damage and bring incredible utility to your team. With her kit out of the way, let's move on to her weapon, because wow, this is a game changer. It's a gun with a 72% crit damage main stat. Yes, you heard that right, 72%. That's a massive leap from the 48% crit damage we've seen on current signature weapons. Its effects are just as impressive. You get a 12% attack buff right off the bat. On top of that, using her skill boosts her skill damage by 48%. This weapon is clearly designed to elevate her DPS output to insane levels, especially when paired with her kit. Honestly, we can say this weapon has completely power crept previous options, not just because of the stats, but also because of how perfectly it complements her playstyle. If you're planning to use her as your main DPS, this weapon is going to be a must-have. So yeah, that's pretty much it for her weapon. Let's now talk about her echoes. Since she's a Glacio main DPS, your first thought might be to pair her with the Freezing Frost set. And while that's still viable, it turns out there's an even better option coming in 2.0. In the next update, we're getting 4 new Sonata sets, including a Glacio-specific one. This set is expected to be her best in-slot, providing optimized bonuses tailored to her abilities. So, if you were planning to pre-farm for her echoes, you might want to hold off for now because this new Sonata set will likely outperform existing options. And that's not all. We're also getting a brand new rarity of echoes called Nightmare Echoes. These are essentially upgraded echoes with enhanced passives and shorter casting times. Unfortunately, this means you won't be able to pre-farm her echoes at all. But don't worry, you can still prepare by saving Tacit Field materials, so you're ready to jump into farming as soon as the update drops. Now let's talk about team building, because finding the right teammates can make a huge difference in her performance. The first character that comes to mind is, of course, Jeji. She's a Glacio buffer who also boosts skill damage, making her an ideal teammate, and probably a best in-slot support. Pairing her with Shorekeeper will give you the best possible team. But her kit is versatile, allowing her to function as a quick swap DPS. If you prefer a playstyle focused on quick rotations, consider characters like Chun-Li or Xiangliao, who can fit seamlessly into a quick swap team. For those of you looking for a free-to-play option, there are some great alternatives as well. Taoki provides a skill buff outro, giving her a solid damage boost without requiring heavy investment. Sanhua is another solid option, especially at S6, where she offers a 20% buff along with a quick rotation and concerto gain. This flexibility makes her an exciting character to build teams around, whether you're going for maximum efficiency or a more budget-friendly lineup. Finally, let's talk about her required materials. Unfortunately, most of the materials you'll need to ascend her and level her skills are tied to Renacita bosses and exploration, which means they're not obtainable in the current version of the game. However, there's still good news. You can start pre-farming her forgery materials, specifically the phlogiston items, so you're not scrambling when she's released. Make sure to stock up on these now to save yourself some time later. Let me know in the comments what you think about Carlotta's kit, and whether you're planning to pull for her. And as always, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more woo-wah guides and updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.